Hello, SMCA families. My name is Ms. Hargens, and I am the Assistant Principal of Instruction. I am excited to tell you a little bit about iReady testing, what it is, and a bit more information. I'll let you know the testing schedule, an iReady overview. I'll explain how the diagnostic works, as well as show you some iReady resources and updates. So we start testing this coming Monday. And students
test the first period of the day.
And they'll be doing that in small chunks throughout the next few weeks until September
1st.
What is iReady? It is a diagnostic test that gives us insight into how our students are learning all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade, and really helps to allow us to know what areas they could grow in and what areas they're doing really well in. Using that data, our teachers sit with our students in data chats to be able to make some attainable goals to try to get towards proficiency or to support them beyond proficiency if they're above grade level. With that information, there is also an awesome online learning program that gives them lessons that are right at their just right level. And then in addition, we use that information to make small group instruction happen for our students. This year, all of our students are going to be getting customized instruction based on iReady. And it is a computer adaptive assessment, which means that it adjusts the questions to your students' needs. And so that you know, the diagnostic is not something to give a score or a grade to students on. That it's not that. It's really just to help us to know where we're starting off and to keep track and monitor how they're growing. So a computer adaptive test looks like this. It's going to start out with a certain level of difficulty, which will be around their grade level. If they get a correct response, then it'll give something harder. If they give an incorrect response, they'll give something that's a little bit easier, and so on and so forth until it's to their actual performance level. And then some questions will be hard, right, as you can see from the visual, and some questions will be easy, and it'll be about 50-50. So this is really a challenging test where students aren't expected to know everything. They're expected to be both challenged as well as supported by both. And then it helps us to know their just right level. And once they're complete with the diagnostic, we will have results that we'll share with you to be able to show you what they know and areas where they can grow. And this is the iReady Diagnostic Family Report that we'll actually go over with you at parent conferences. So a few tips on supporting your student. Just remind them as to how the data is going to be used. Like I said, it is not for a grade. The actual test is not for a grade, but it is to help to get students lessons that are at their just right level. And then throughout the year, they're going to work on those lessons. So we want them to do their best so that they get the best learning that they can from that. Encourage them to talk to their teacher, learn a little bit more about their results. They will be having data chats with their teachers to be open about what their goals are and how they want to grow. And then please, for the time of testing, make sure that they go to bed early without any electronic devices near them. Give them a nutritious breakfast in the morning if you're able. We do also provide breakfast at school, and get them here on time. Having the full school day to be able to test and prepare them gets them set on the right path. Students will be able to bring headphones if they have their own. If they don't have their own, they'll be provided with headphones. Please don't send any Bluetooth-enabled headphones. If you want any additional resources, you can look up iReady Central, and then they have a family guide to be able to support you with that. Now, let's say that your student has a question. Why am I taking this test? Remember, so that your teachers know what you've already learned and what skills you still need. Okay, what if they ask, why is it important to do my best? Make sure that you get the lessons that you need and you keep on growing. If not, it might give you lessons that are too hard or just too boring. What's the test like? As we mentioned, it's computer adaptive, meaning that it changes as you take it. So the test next to you is not going to look the same as yours. And they'll probably get about half the questions right, which means that the test is working just fine. Remember, they're not going to be graded on their score, but once they finish, the teacher will help them grow. And depending on how they do with their personalized learning from the online lessons, they'll get support that way. Now, what if I don't know the answer? It's okay. Try your best. Remember, some questions are going to be hard and some are easy. Just keep on moving through it, but not too fast. After the assessment, like I mentioned, those students are going to get personalized instruction online, and it'll be at the just right level for their own pace. So they'll have lessons for reading, and then they'll also have lessons for math. And when they log on, they'll go into the dashboard and be able to choose which subject they do. Our students will do 45 minutes of reading per week and 45 minutes of math per week. And there are some teacher-assigned lessons in there, as well as my path that's already customized. Our teachers can give them an assessment through this platform as well about a particular standard for learning. And that's via their to-do list. And they can track how they're doing, and so can you. So if you sign into their accounts, you can see how what work they've completed, and if they're on a streak, if they're doing really well, if they're on track to get all of their lessons passed. And we want 70% of the lessons that they take to be at a successful pass rate. So for example, this student has 7 out of 8. That is meeting the pass rate that we want. It's above 70%. Beyond that, you can also see, and so can you, exactly which lessons went well, and then which lessons were more challenging. So it seems like this student, for example, was really able to analyze patterns and relationships within reading, but then had some challenges being able to compare and contrast between 2 different texts. And they can create themes and customize it a little bit more for themselves. You also have a rewards section. And what's new this year is that it's got new look and updated lessons. So a lot of the middle school lessons look completely different from last year in hopes that it's more interactive and engaging for them. And you can see their progress almost like a leaderboard over here. Here's another one, right? All these different looks that might appeal to different students. So a few key takeaways. This diagnostic allows iReady as a system to personalize the learning path for your student to best meet their needs when they're doing the online lessons. Please make sure that your student is ready by doing all those things, getting them here on time, making sure that they're prepared. Try not to pick them up early either, because they are testing at the very end of the day. And then you have access through your student's account. They can show you how to get onto iReady, and you can check the dashboard to see how their online instruction is going. Moreover, if you want to, you can have them work on iReady at home. And you can get more information from the Family Center. Once again, this starts on Monday and continues through September 16th. Thank you so much for listening and paying attention. And if you have any questions, again, I'm Ms. Hargis. Feel free to reach out to me via Parent Square. Thank you so much, and let's have a great start to testing as we're having a great start to the year.